Yeah, I just want you to know, Lonnie, that you're real pathetic. Why do videos and then take them down? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I seen the video where you put my name in the title, and I found it very interesting that you did that. I find it very, very interesting, you know. And it's amazing to me that you sit on YouTube making trouble wherever the fuck you go. You got a sex tape out here. You have pictures out here with you in the nude, ma'am. You have no respect. You have no self respect. You're living in your mother's house. You've been there for over a year. Don't you think it's time for you to move out? See, I don't live in my mother's house. This is my address. I'm from New York. I live in South Carolina. You have my address, Lonnie. Remember, I used to support you with whip butters. When you was doing the whip butters, I used to buy your whip butters. I used to supply you with cash app donations. So the only thing I can think in my mind as to why you would say anything about me concerning me is because you're concerned about what's in my pocket. You're concerned about what's in my wallet when you should be concerned about finding your own place. I know in a way that you're in denial about your situation. You try to make the whole world think that you are in love with men, but on the down low, you're really interested in other women. On the down low, you're really interested in other women. You may not be interested in me. I really don't give a fuck because you can't do nothing for me. You are homeless. You are sin techo. Sin techo in Spanish means without a roof, without a real place to call your own. You had your own, you fucked it up. You fucked it up by giving someone a sex tape on these YouTube streets. That's a stranger, a complete stranger to you. And then when you found out certain things about that one individual, then you wanted to go ham, then you wanted to go in, then you wanted to put yourself as being the victim when you did it to your own self. Don't get mad at me because I got an address and you don't. Don't get mad at me because I want to support other YouTube creators and not you. Don't get mad at me, man. And yes, if the nurses would have done their job back in 1973, my name would have been Saudi Arabia. But it's Arabia, Arabia Barbosa. And you are a troublemaker on these YouTube streets. You're a Kwamite sympathizer and you're a troublemaker. You've been trouble ever since I met you. You're the only one I know that takes time to call on certain people on these YouTube streets. You're one of the dorkses. You're one of the many dorkses. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Instead of doxing other people or going after other people, maybe you should dox on how to find you a new address. Maybe you should dox on how to find you a new job. Maybe you should dox about how to go to the gym and work out and not fracture your leg. How is your leg, ma'am? How's your leg? Or did your husband beat you up again? Did your husband beat you up again? That's the only thing I'm saying. But shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Those that are not here will catch the playback. I already said what I had to say to this young lady on these YouTube streets. Make better decisions for your life. Realize it's not just you in this world. You got children. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. And if you're going to drink, ma'am, don't drink in a bar. Don't go to those cheap bars. Your time in those bars are over. You need to be looking for your own house, for your own apartment, instead of worrying about where the fuck I'm at on these YouTube streets. I go where I want to go, ma'am. I pay my own rent, pay my own bills. I don't fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. Ta ta.